Hello guys, welcome to Let's Crack India channel. Today we are doing current affairs of 25 March 2026. Okay, so going towards first news, which is of Supreme Court says that the scheduled caste status is only for Hindu, Buddhist, and Sikhs, not for Christians and Muslim and other religions. Because earlier scheduled caste status is only for Hindu, but after 1956 it's given to Sikhs also, and after 1990 it's given to Buddhist people. Okay, so one important news is there that constitutional scheduled caste order. Okay, in 1950, one order is introduced, which is constitutional scheduled caste order, in which its clause 3 says that three religions, no one can comes under the caste. Means these three religions, Hindu, Buddhist, and Sikhs. So these three religions are only considered in scheduled caste status. None of the other religion is considered. Okay, so on that one question is asked that with reference to constitution scheduled caste order 1950, consider the following statement. It's originally restricted scheduled caste status of to Hindu. Yes, it's true because it's originally given to Hindu only. Okay, so Sikh community was introduced in scheduled caste category in 1956. Yes, it's also true as we studied earlier. Buddhism was included under scheduled caste through an amendment in 1990. Okay, so it's also true. So all three are correct. Okay, so going towards next news, which is of Iran, ex-guardsman. Okay, Zoldar is Iran new security chief. So as we know, in India there is a chief security advisor, NSA we call it, and in India it is Ajit Doval. Okay, so like national security advisor in Iran, there is secretary of Iran Supreme National Security Council. Okay, so earlier one is killed by Israel, so new one is there. New one is appointed, named Mr. Zola Zo Zolquadar. Zolquadar. He's a new secretary. Okay, so going towards next news, Trump discussed state of Hormuz is called with Modi. Yes, Trump called Modi yesterday to talk with Modi about Iran and USA Israel war, and to Modi says to open the Strait of Hormuz because of blockage of Strait of Hormuz there is shortage of oil supply. Okay, so this much only. Going towards next news, which is of yes, SC flags long-term bias against women in the armed forces. So yes, so as we know that women are only eligible for short-term commissions in Indian Army. So Supreme Court tell that women also get the opportunity to serve in entire army as a permanent commission. Okay, so they are facing discrimination. So Supreme Court says that it's their violations of Article 14. As we know that Article 14 talks about right to equality. Okay, article violations of Article 15 also, which is you cannot do discriminations in male or female. Okay, and one article named 16. Okay, which is equality of opportunity, means both the genders, all the genders got get equal opportunity. Okay, these three articles are women's, these three articles are violating. Okay, as per Supreme Court. Okay, so going towards next news, which is of editorial, deepening global corruptions as a pointer for India. Okay, so one corruption perception index (CPI). Every year this report comes CPI, and this year India's rank is 91 out of 182 countries, and India's score is 39. Okay, so first of all, I would to tell you what is the actual meaning of corruption perception index. We calculate it if any country is scored near zero, then the corruption in that country is more. And if any country score is near 100, So in that country, corruption is less. Okay, this report tells us in that way. Okay, so Denmark is rank one, Finland is rank two, Singapore is rank three. These are the countries who which are developing their economy economy. Okay, and to focusing on anti-corruption. Okay, India's GDP means 1.5% of GDP is goes in corruption only. Means in corruption, we loses 1.5% of our GDP. Okay, because of corruption, it will affect us economic growth also. Because if in India, corruption is always there. So because of that, the foreign FDI will also reduces foreign direct investment. Okay, so many developed countries think twice to make startup or business in India because of this ranking. So we have to make sure that we have to not to do corruption in this, okay, and we have to improve our rank, okay. This much only there. Users. Going towards next question, which is with reference to the Corruption Perception Index (CPI). Consider the following statement. It is released by Transparency International. Okay. Yes, it's true. It's released by Transparency International. It measures actual incident of corruption based on FIR data. No, it's not seen. It's not uh, take the FIR data, but it take a multiple data source. What do you mean by multiple data source? But they are taking education in services. They are taking all these aspects where the corruption is happening, and by then they are uh, making a report. Okay, so one and three are right. Okay, going towards next news, which is also editorial, cowardly bully. So Trump should end the war and ask Israel to leave Iran alone. As we know that because of Iran Israel USA war has completed 25 days on 1st of March. This war started. Okay, so per day this war cost is about $1 billion. So if we till now we can approximately say that $25 billion are invested in this war by USA. Okay, so USA earlier tell that we will not send back. We will capture Iran's. Okay, we will capture that Strait of Hormuz. We will control Strait of Hormuz. But Iran is retaliating very harshly. Okay, and because of that, USA is saying that we have to make a 15-point peace plan to stop this war. And as I say you in yesterday video that USA said to Iran to cease fire for 5 days. Okay, so USA asked Iran. So Iran is saying that we have two conditions that in future you have to give means USA have to give guarantee that USA and Israel will not attack Iran's mainland. Okay, and the second condition is they want they want compensation. Okay, so which compensation? Because as we know that many of the people of Iran are died in this war. A lot of infrastructure is damaged in this war. So Iran says he want compensation of all. Okay, so this much only if the news is going towards next, which is very important news about judicial push for environmental CSR. So what do you mean by CSR? CSR is a corporate social responsibility, which means if any big private company is earning more in India, so CSR means corporate social responsibility as a responsibility that company have to give 2% of money. Means if one company name, if I am take an example, XYZ company, if XYZ company is earning 100 crores per annum, so that company have to give 2% of 2% of money to invest in education, health, and in rural areas. Okay, so this news tells us that that companies are investing in these sectors, means education, healthcare, or rural areas, but the companies are not investing their money in environment sector. Okay, this is a concern for that, and as we know that India's target of net zero emission till 2070. Okay, so CSR, the word corporate social responsibility, is come from Companies Act 2013. Okay, which also tell that only at bigger company have to give 2% of money to develop education, health, or rural areas or environment. Okay, so this news tells us that that bigger companies are not investing their money in environment. Okay, so when PYQ is asked with reference to corporate social responsibility rule in India, consider the following statement. CSR rule specifies that expenditures that benefit the company directly or its employees will not be considered as SCR activities. Okay, SCR rules do not sim- specific specify minimum spending or CSR activities. Okay, so first first statement says that CSR by doing CSR, you cannot do CSR on your company's employers. Okay, you have to develop education, health, and rural areas. Okay, so you do not have to develop your own employees. Okay, so it's correct. First statement is correct. Second statement is not correct. Why? Because SCR says that that company have to spend minimum 2%. Okay, 2%, not minimum 2%. So they have specified. The second rule says that they do not specify. So they have specified. Okay, so in that question is asked corporate social responsibility CSR in India is mandated under. So it comes under as I say you earlier, it comes under Company Act 2013. Okay, so much only for today. We are ending this session. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. As I say earlier, also, I'm just trying to improve myself. If something is lacking in me, please comment down below. I will definitely improve my content. Okay, so please support.